coming up in the future. Clifton Douglass, Conference USA Associate Commissioner, joins us now on Sikkim 365 Radio. Clifton, thanks for being here yesterday. Thanks for joining us today as well. When you look at what is going on right now, today the news with the American Conference of Schools joining the Big 12, I know the Conference USA has been affected among others as well. Do you ever know when this might actually stop?
Well, optimistically, I like to think that it's on a decline now. But to be 100% transparent with you, you never know. I think this is a very volatile time that we're in right now in college athletics. And to be honest with you, it could be affected by a myriad of reasons when a school can be affected by something that they feel that they can be in a better situation from a conference perspective, and they pursue other options, and it kind of has a domino effect, and then it starts to trickle down and affect everyone in a number of ways. So I think, again, with it all starting with some P5 conferences and some schools trying to change their situations, then, we got caught in that trickle down. And I think, we've affected some other conferences as well when we've added some new members. So I hope that it's on they're on the back end of it as things start to settle down a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few more chips that still have to fall.
Given everything that's happened to your conference in particular, how much do you feel that you are going to have to redefine what the identity of the conference is, or do you even know what that's going to be, considering you're losing so many teams and gaining so many new teams?
Well, we're definitely going to have to redefine who we are as a league. But to be completely honest with you, I'm pretty excited about it, and I think our membership is excited about it as well. We had a unique opportunity this year over the summer, just this past month, just to have some meetings with our new membership, our current members who are going to be sticking around, and then the 4 new members that we already have signed up to enter the league in 23-24, and sit down and just have some conversations on who we are as a league, things that we can do to promote the league, and different innovative ways that we can make a splash and kind of broadcast who the new Conference USA is. And to be honest with you, I think we're really excited about it. It's going to give us some opportunities to think outside of the box and do things a little bit differently, and we're really looking forward to it.
Clifton, we've talked many times about where we were. We were at Big 12 Media Days, and then we were back in Waco like a day after that had wrapped up when the OU and Texas news broke. Do you remember where you were? And at the time, did you think already like, oh, man, this could have ramifications all the way to us?
I don't remember where I was, but I definitely knew that it was going to affect everybody. The last realignment had the same effect. And, I think there's kind of been a matriculation of schools through Conference USA through the last realignment, where when the American was formed, and a lot of our schools, a lot of the American schools were former Conference USA schools. So I knew it was going to affect us. I did not know to the extent, but we definitely knew it was coming.
You're adding teams that seem to be, and I remember in a press release a few weeks ago, or maybe even months ago, some schools that are kind of on the up. They have a lot of growing to do to reach certain levels, but we know the success Liberty's had. Jacksonville State had a huge win last year against one of the elite teams in Florida. Sam Houston State, which is a rival of my alma mater in SFA, what they've been able to do, and obviously New Mexico State and what they're trying to get done. Do you feel like they have even more room to grow and it's a perfect fit?
Oh, definitely. I think that the members that we have coming in, especially from a basketball perspective, are schools that have a rich history and have more recently been pretty good teams. And I think that one thing that we looked at coming into this is we're bringing in some new members. We can be a little bit strategic on who those new members are going to be. And I think that we've put ourselves in a pretty good position with the addition of these 4 schools. I think that, like you said, Liberty, New Mexico State, both having, and Jacksonville having really good years last year. Sam Houston State as well is really on the uptick. And I think having some fresh blood in the conference is going to be good for us as a league. I think Conference USA is really going to be able to separate themselves as a really solid Group of 5 basketball league, and I think that our coaches are primed and ready to do what it takes to put us in the conversation with the big boys.
How much does the pretty widespread geography of your conference give you hope for the future, especially recruiting-wise, with having footholds in a lot of different places?
Well, that's one thing that's always been our deal at Conference USA. I think we've been spread apart in the past, so this is really nothing new for us. I think we're in a lot of different markets, which we can really take advantage of. I think from a recruiting standpoint, a lot of our teams are going to be able to get kids from areas where others are not. And, to be honest with you, I think our coaches at this point know how to recruit those areas where they are. And honestly, they know how to recruit across the country as well. But it's got to be a lot of regional matchups. And I think that with us being so spread out, it's going to be some exciting games across the country that, normally you wouldn't see. So our conference is going to have some exciting basketball. They're also going to have something exciting to bring to different markets that we haven't touched in the past. So I think that Conference USA is going to be spread all over the country. But that's going to help us from a broadcast standpoint and get us in a lot more homes than we've been in the past.
What is the key, in your opinion, when it comes to television, eyeballs, whatever it is? We know about market size and all that, logos, et cetera, but it comes down to eyeballs. Is streaming a big part of what you guys must do in the future?
It definitely is. I think streaming, of course, is the future, as everybody's seen. I think our plan for us is to be as visible as possible. So anytime we have an opportunity to broadcast a game, whether it be football, basketball, soccer, or any other competition that we're participating in, I think we're going to take advantage of that. And I think that we're in the process now of trying to make sure that our media partners are on the same page with us, and we're trying to put Conference USA out to the masses and put as many eyes on our product as we can. One thing that I know we've done a good job on, and for the past 7 years, is compete on the big stage. So, I mean, of course, it's no secret that Conference USA has put some teams in the NCAA tournament. I think 5 out of the last 7 years we've had an upset in the first round. Quality basketball is something that Conference USA has done. I think that our coaches also coach with a chip on their shoulder, knowing that we have a good product that's sometimes undervalued. So I think that nothing there is going to change. We're going to continue to play with a chip on our shoulder. We're going to continue to put together quality programs, and we just need to continue our path to make sure the world knows it.
You have mentioned, Clifton, and we appreciate your time today. You've mentioned a lot of people look at this as a football-related thing because of the money, the grant of rights, and all that. But basketball also generates a bunch of money, millions and millions of dollars as well. You've mentioned that quite a bit. Is that really as much the strength of the four joining your league than anything else?
I know I've concentrated a lot on basketball, but that's just because that's where a lot of my passion drives from. And that is my main task at the conference office. I am the subject commissioner for basketball. But no, I think football is going to have a huge impact on it as well. I think from the relationships that we have with our bowl partners, and our programs coming in and know what they need to do to continue to be competitive and also to excel when they get to this level. I think that across the board, Conference USA is ready just to put our new profile on the map and really get the news out about who we are and what we represent.
Well, one of the things about today in the American Conference about those three teams now join the Big 12 in a year, that means they add theirs in a year and you add yours as well, which is going to happen anyway. Get on with it, right? Move on. Get on with whatever you have.
Hey, I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit.
Thank you, Clifton. We appreciate it. Thanks for being at the Cals event yesterday at Baylor. Appreciate your time and insight on the Conference USA on Sikkim 365 Radio and 365 Sports. When we come